Hey folks, and we are back. This time, no more Marvel Rivals. Instead, we've got Valorant. This time, Division 2, Central Bucks South versus Forest Hills. Same old yappers here. It's RCast, Aquan, E-Man, but we got some news for you about this game. I don't know exactly which. I'm going to double check my information, but I believe it's Forest Hills that have automatically won this series due to the fact that Central Bucks South are using D1 starters in this Division 2 game. Because of that, we are going to have a bit of a wishy-washy series. A little interesting how this one will play out, but the teams are still going to be playing nonetheless. Actual E-Man, how you feeling?
Feeling pretty all right. I'm ready for this Valorant gameplay. We've had some Marvel Rivals here, as you mentioned earlier, so now we're just going to go ahead and switch it up, switch gears, and switch the pacing a little bit as well. And
they're running 5 duelists.
Oh my goodness gracious. This is going to be an unconventional game, to say the least. I'll say it's very unconventional what we're looking at right now, but hey, who knows? It'll be really fun. I mean, 5 duelists, it can either be the best game or the worst game you've ever seen in your entire life. It's just no in between.
Well, they are starting an attack. Yeah, the problem is that they don't have the smokets. And that's kind of like the big thing.
Let's see if they can just go ahead and run into the site, if at all possible. Taking a look at some of the weapons that we have here. One Sheriff going into CC on the Reyna. And we got 3 ghosts for Waylay, Jet, and Phoenix respectively. Just 1 ghost on the side of Forest Hills though, as it's just a robotics master, excuse me. Everyone else has some classic.
Of course that'll change though, as soon as we say it.
Mm-hmm.
Anything.
Always does.
Alright, a main hit. Looks like it's going to be the name of the game. Hard hit here. Breach stun comes through. Unfortunately, does not tag on to anybody, as everyone is kind of hanging out wide, swinging. And of course, they're going to keep on swinging. That's what 5 duelists do, and they will continue to do so. And they land the shots as well. It's Wagyu to find the first for themselves before being taken down.
Robotics Master, Mini Booper grabbing a couple of their own as CC's there to trade it back. And right there, Ryan is going to be heaven, not being contested and taking the final kill for Central Bucks South, first round on the map. Or on the board,
okay. Okay. I'm still trying to process everything that's going on. I'll be real. I mean, we've got a best of 3, we think. And we've got 5 duelists on the board with the team that is favored and technically at advantage with D1 players over D2 players. But for this team of Forest Hills, I have seen them play, I believe it was against Central Bucks South, and it was a 15-13 overtime thriller. It was on Bind. It was amazing. And hopefully we can see flashes of that today. The only problem is that I worry that 5 duelists is going to make them play a little bit more overconfident and actually find value that they aren't supposed to get.
Swiss Scoop able to get one with those missiles, and Robotics Master coming in, grabbing a couple themselves. Grab the spike down over on the stair side towards a site. They have to go ahead and make a move here. Wagyu is on the other side of the map, though. They got to play this a little quietly, a little patiently.
They're getting hard cleared.
One util over. That's going to be 1. They do have the dash available, but no, Robotics Master's there to answer back in one more time. It's going to be the round going to Forest Hills this time with the shotguns. Straight to the face of all the duelists in Central Bucks South.
Friendly reminder that shotguns have been very heavily nerfed. When you are moving, when you are jumping, that spread becomes a lot wider. So the fact that the shotgun kills are already starting to come through, that has already been a theme in the game, is something that is going to tell the story even more of what we have. This setup, by the way, it's both an info and kill trip setup. I almost like it in the sense that it's so unexpected, because who would place the alarm bot in main when you have that turret holding for information up top? Oh, be careful.
Oh, unfortunately, Wagyu with the stinger is just running at them and making it apparent that that is just what you got to do in these situations. Wagyu sitting in the smoke, destroying that util, and there's that concuss is going to go ahead and go in. Mini Booper has to fall back after being flashed over towards heaven. And the site's going to go ahead and get into the favor of Central Bucks South as the plant's going to go ahead and go down. Guardian in the hands of that Waylay in the back line. Mini Booper is really scared right now, and honestly, I would be too. They don't know that there's going to be 4. There's going to be 4 walking towards. Oh, stay out of that smoke. You'll be able to find what you need, and there it is. Strike Force able to find that one with the Odin, and still a couple. One on the lurk, one on the site. Got flash, tries a wide swing there, but no, they're gonna go ahead and fall to run long on the Phoenix for Thrifty going to Central Bucks South side.
Yeah, I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of that. Both thrifties and just either advantages of like on-man downs that are converted or positions that maybe shouldn't get as much value that do. You're going to be seeing a lot about that because it looks like, at least with CB South, right, they want to obviously have fun. They're on 5 duelists, but they're going to start going for hero plays. It's going to be a lot of clip farming, if you will, and potential overheating. And that overheating can allow for Forest Hills to come back and battle back in these rounds with a nice multi-kill of their own.
Flash is going to go ahead and go in towards main there. There's also a concuss, forcing them all the way out of that sight line. It's a clone as well. See if they can grab anybody lurking around that area. It's going to be a heaven fight, but they don't know that there's someone right there. Strikeforce able to grab 2 before falling out themselves. And this was Gupta with the judge in their own hands. It's the 2v4 situation right now. As Wrong Long is going to unfold a Bacon Lover towards the CT site. And Brillicet on the site themselves with that Odin having to force themselves out of the harm's way into the crosshair of Bacon Lover.
Can't see. I'm blind. I will say, this happened earlier. I was making a video of Valorant and the clip flashed the player, and I IRL turned it. And I'm a little bit cooked for that one. I can't lie, but I guess that's how dedicated I am.
To you. What a lot of hey, that's great. That's great that you're dedicated to the game like this.
I'm just saying these players, they're probably around the same level if I had to guess. So there's going to be a lot of moments where I'm IRL turning flashes because I know they're doing it too.
Exactly. Bristlet with a nice early pick. Going to get traded out instantly by Strikeforce and Swiss Gupta taking out that run it back, and now it's going to be rendered useless. They're not even onto the site quite yet. A very aggressive defense, and Wrong Long is going to get that molly kill through the smoke. You have not seen it, unfortunately, but it's going to take you out before you even know it. Looks like they're going to try to make a hit towards B site. Flash is going to go ahead and go in. They turn the flash, but they look the wrong direction as Robotics Master is able to pick up one. And they're going to see if they can peek out and get another as Mini Booper. Missiles go in. They know that Ryan's there. Wagyu. Coming up towards Heaven. Robotics Master is going to meet him there. And Brillicet is going to go, or Brillicet, excuse me, is going to get met as well. Clone's going to go in. Not going to convince anybody. And the flash is there as well. Robotics Master has the find. And they do so as well as Mini Booper's there to get the final kill. Nice shots from that raise there.
Very much a TDM style. I don't want to talk too much about game plans because it doesn't really seem like they are playing those sort of mind games trying to force out rotates, being meticulous with utility to send fakes, things like that. A lot of the time, these players do like to just use their body as their biggest source of information or playmaking, because in order to sell a fake, they'll have one player make a lot of noise just running around shooting. Same thing can be said with just firing off the bullets and hoping to find the value. There's the one that should drag the rotates. The rest should find a timing to execute. Well, never mind. They're spotted by the turret.
Yeah, the turret's gonna go and give all the information away. And there's the clone in the gate crash as well. See if they can make a little bit of a play here towards the back site. Gate crash gets ignited. Spikes in the hand of the Yoru. So this is going to be what you need here. Brillicet is able to grab one as Brimstone's able to grab another, and CC on the Reyna taking out Robotics Master. That's their fragger out for the count, and the gate crash is there to get that plant down and get out just before the orbital strike is there to hit him. Brillicet peeking out through Heaven. See if they can grab one, but no, they're not able to do so. Molly's going to go ahead and head to backside as Swiss Gupta is able to take one out themselves. Stem Beacon there to go and aid in this killing here, but CC is there to answer back themselves. This is going to be a tough battle to fight as Central Bucks South takes the victory yet again, 3-3.
I had to laugh, I can't lie. Wagyu, the way that they got the first kill, it was all great, sweet sound. The way that they died was the exact same as how they died last round. I believe it was then. It might have been a different teammate, but it was the same spot, shotgun, this time just a little bigger on the shotgun. But it still goes the way of Forest Hills, at least in that engagement. The round goes to CB South, and 3 ults on the board here. You're expecting this Dimensional Drift to come through. As you can see, the Yoru postured. Looks like that is going to be the case, and that's going to be hard engage what these players as well. Big ramp swing comes through, 1 for 1 though.
Nice trades back and forth as Bacon Lover is able to find a couple themselves. They're going to go ahead and get into the face of ruleset on the Yoru, though. And that's going to spell for a disaster for the Forest Hills side. It's 3v3 situation right now as the plant's going to go ahead and go down. There's no one on the side to contest this whatsoever. So that leaves Central Buck South a lot of time to set up for this post-plant situation.
They always be forgetting about my boy Frank. This time, though, cleared by ruleset. Instead, though, it will just be a kill still coming through from Swissgupta. Nice shots. The cross replacement was on for Wagyu, but Mini Booper just a little bit better. Of course, that will be traded out again, 1v1.
Swissgupta, we know that they have the shots on. They just got to line it up correctly. Wrong long is going to use that run it back to go and give themselves a little more time. Able to go ahead and strafe a little bit well enough to get that kill onto Swissgupta. And there it is. And oh, the teabag was there as well. That was some BM, I should say.
No, that wasn't a teabag. That was just warming up the knees.
Of course.
A little bit early into the game. I mean, we're only 7 rounds through, and it's been a quick 7 rounds. I'll give you that. I mean, not exactly too many post-plant plays, things like that nature going on. But Forest Hills, they've got 3 ults of their own. I would like to see maybe a little bit of a retake if that is in the cards, if the hard play is towards A. Of course, we know that it's not going to be. So how is the setup going to adjust, allow for them to flourish when we've seen this KJ setup kind of get dismantled?
Bladestorm's going to get ignited from the side of Central Buck South, and there's a point on trying to get one in, but no, not able to find that shot. Smoked off immediately, and Ronglong able to grab 1 kill before going ahead and having that smoke block his line of sight. Robotics Master then to trade that back, though. And right now, we're going to go ahead and play slow here as Central Buck South creeps over towards the mid site. See if they can go and get something underway. It's going to be a mid to B push from Heaven. The Bacon Lover catches wind of that, swings out off of a flash, not able to find anything. It is able to find one. CC is going to go ahead and trade that back. A Strike Force behind with that Bucky, able to grab one themselves. And this is going to be a 1v3 situation with the Spike not in the advantage of Wagyu as he falls.
Well, what did I tell you? I said it was a 15-13 overtime thriller, and this one at least slated up to be something similar. Obviously, D2 players, D1 players, a little bit of a mix-up. Players, you know, on 5 duelists. Again, we're going to talk about that. But I think this map, I should say, very defensive-sided. Especially when you are not at the highest level of play, aka Radiant or Pro VCT. But for the most part, you're going to have a better time on the defense here. Which makes me worry if the duelists all 5 of them can only get 4 rounds so far.
Oh, as Robotics Master is able to grab one with that showstopper themselves. And there's the Armageddon as well being used, forcing Central Buck South all the way out of the B side area. Strike Force catches wind of their situation as Ronglong's able to take him out, which means all the information is going to go to the side of Forest Hills. Robotics Master trying to get a couple themselves, but not able to grab the thing outright, and that's gonna be a 4v2 right now as one more person falls. Mini Booper with a nice little double kill and one more in their name. Now it's a 1v1 situation, and oh, you did not see them fall, and the gun was there.
Whoa!
Oh, that's definitely BM.
Yeah, I know that one.
That's BM right there.
It's a bit excessive, I can't lie. I mean, using the ult on top of it, yeah, you're sending a message, but what is that message? You have confidence that can be knocked down a peg, is what I'm saying. Because Forest Hills, they're not like being blown out. This is a 5-4 scoreline.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
You definitely need that ult.
No, you definitely need it to win here, and let's see if they go ahead and do so again. As this round's gonna go ahead and begin. Nice little waylay double dash coming in. It's gonna recall immediately after getting a little bit of intel on the situation at hand. Do have the Rolling Thunder online from Bacon Lover. Let's see if they go and use this for this round. They get a nice little dink and a nice little headshot onto Waggy before that slow goes ahead and hits them. Ronglong with that wall trying to peek out, but Robotics Master there to answer back. Spike is going to be down in the hands of Forest Hills, and there's going to be a smoke to block that line of sight as well. This is spelling for a disaster for Central Buck South right now.
Ooh,
makes you wish you didn't use that ultimate, and just like that, a flawless coming in from Forest Hills' side.
Did not expect that. One of those final kills to go the way of the reach player of Bacon Lover, but instead just head on a swivel, lands the shot, very nicely done, 5-5. And I almost wish I would have seen a Phoenix ult from CD South that round. I don't know. I feel like it would have helped them out with their execute onto the A site.
Most definitely. You really wish you had a Phoenix ult in that situation, and you wish you didn't lose it before. But we go ahead and begin.
It wasn't
this next
lost.
round.
It was donated.
Ah, there it is. That's the correct word to use right there. Next round's going to go ahead and begin. It's going to be a little bit of an aggressive push. They're going to lead the spike into the spawn just so they can get some intel, get some kills out. And just like that, Robotics Master was able to answer back themselves. They notice the gate crash. They try to go for one more. They get one more. 7 HP is all they need right now as they keep on going. They got their third kill. And Bacon Lover peeking out for his mid, finding Wrong Long. And now Ryan is going to have nothing but a Marshal to their name with 3 Vandals hunting him down. Can he secure something?
But a Marshal. Oh, that player's low enough. You might actually be able to hit that shorty shot from that far. Oh,
nice flick onto the head there. Ryan's playing this very patiently right now.
Well, empty.
Almost able to grab it entirely. Oh, they missed the second shot there. One more bullet in the chamber.
I'm sorry, I cursed you. My bad.
It's okay. They have to either get a nice shot here or fall to Mini Booper, which is exactly what happened. 6-5 right now, Forest Hills. Oh, looks like Mini Booper is answering back with a knife to the corpse.
Okay, but here's the thing, though. There was no crouches there. I feel like Key and Peele. I'm talking about like there's no crouches there. And on top of that, they had the ult. They could have plopped it on the body, and they didn't. Respect.
Exactly. They're respecting their enemies, which is something I think you should always do regardless. It's good sportsmanship. Respect your enemies, even though they are against you. Rolling Thunder is going to get ignited here. Looks like we're going to have that for the beginning of the round. They have the right read as well, as Central Buck South is pushing out towards this A site, especially from main, but it's going to be a little bit of slower hit.
Uh-oh.
And there's that Rolling Thunder. They're going to try to go ahead and get the kill off on that Waylay, but not able to do so. Op from CT, though, and the orbital ray is going to get ignited. Yet again, another op from Swiss Gupta. The different side entirely over towards mid. As they force the rest of the team of Central Buck South into the heaven area. This could be a really good pinch if they move fast enough.
Saw the head on the one. I'm a little worried. I want you to use your Killjoy lockdown here if you need to. Taking this engagement's not exactly going to go well for you, especially as there are 3 players on the other side instead of your just 1. But the ops spotted a leg. Yep, absolutely you did.
One heaven. Watch your CT side, though. They're going to peek in a moment's notice. Almost tries to get that shot off, but not able to do so. Swiss Gupta with the Vandal in hand, though. Ditch the op. Try to go ahead and secure the rest of this round here. Is it possible? They're going to find the jet first. Nice. Able to find that headshot there. Spike's going to go ahead and get ignited onto the plant. Oh, and just like that, they swing out and find the op shot from Wrong Long. As Central Buck South now are tied again with an op in hands. Excuse me, no. Switching sides. Last round.
I believe we call that a bonk moment. I mean, the Elo Callan, the boomstick, I like to call it just a bonk moment.
Bonk moment.
One shot, bonk, and they're on the floor.
Just like that. That's why the op is a really strong weapon. It's also why it's like one of the most expensive ones, you know? Because even to the body and the headshot, it's an instant kill.
Just take a Marshal and hit him in the head. Does the same thing.
It's a good counter argument there. But have you considered I can't hit heads?
If that were the case, then we could probably all do that with the Vandal then too, right? In that world.
Right. That's why some days are Phantom days and some days are Vandal days.
Amen.
As we get into this next one, looks like they're gonna try to get a read off Central Buck South side at least, but they have the wrong idea. Ruleset grabs one body shot, but teleports out with that gate crash, and that's gonna be the play over towards heaven from Robotics Master. Bacon Lover, Mini Booper getting a couple themselves. As the rest of the team of Forest Hills flood out from Heaven's side onto A site themselves. Spike's gonna go ahead and get ignited there, 3v5 situation. Forest Hills has an advantage here, but still, some of them are low in HP. So they can't be down and out quite yet. CC finds the leg, but not able to find the mark as Robotics Master grabs one more. And just like that, Strike Force gets that right click, and Mini Booper is there to secure that final kill for Forest Hills side victory.
Well, folks, I guess you learned it there, even though you probably never wanted to. It apparently is that the toes are more lethal than the patellas. One player aiming at the kneecaps, the other at the toes. That's the only angle, the only piece of their character model showing in that engagement. And it was the toes to be taken down. The pedicure of a lifetime, ill-advised.
An ill-advised pedicure, that's definitely the truth there.
Back at it.
As we go ahead and begin this next round. Wagyu with a very aggressive defense right here. Looks like Phoenix is gonna find one. Not able to find the mark entirely though. Another A execute looks like. However, we do have the Brimstone falling low after getting hit with 101. Robotics Master trying to see if they can grab someone else from that small point, but not able to find anyone yet. There's no one there. Gotta make a move here soon. Ruleset in the backside position as Mini Booper is gonna go and grab one. They have to reload, but no, they didn't realize that there's another one on the way. CC grabs that kill with the classic, and just like that, Robotics Master is able to answer back. Ruleset with a nice flash, perfectly timed there. CC is able to grab one, but not able to grab the next, as Forest Hills is gonna get that next victory to put them up 8-6.
I did it again. I'm sorry. I turned the flash.
It's okay. It's okay.
I genuinely cannot control it.
It's a good habit to have.
Okay, but here's the problem. Why does my head do it and my mouse not do it when I'm in a game? Tell me that.
That's a good question. That's a good question. Happens to me sometimes. I'm not entirely sure.
Robotics Master, by the way, on fire, 20-7. Forest Hills up 8-6. And my thought that I kind of realized during that last round is Central Bucks South, right? Hypothetically, they lose map 1. Do they lock in map 2, play a quote real comp, a more traditional comp? Oh my, that looked so on, but instead they meet a bullet to their face instead.
That was an incredible shot coming in from Forest Hill's side. Now it's a 4v4 situation right now. Swiss Gupta able to find one. That's just the clone, however, so they shouldn't go ahead and go for that yet. Bacon Lover with a nice pick onto Runglong. And in the spawn, we find CC waiting patiently. And the crosshair is going to line up as well. Ryan grabbing Swiss Gupta after a little bit of a trade. Now it's a 2v2 situation. Vandal in hand of Ryan. There's a little bit of advantage here. Mini Booper finding him once. Not able to dash out to the Cloudburst entirely, but just able to get out of the line of sight in the nick of time. Mini Booper able to find Ryan. And now it's a 1v2 situation. Post-plant, they can't do anything there. And Strike Force is able to finish the deal.
I mean, double swinging. It's immaculate. It's team play.
It works
It's more
so
than I could have
well.
asked for.
Double swinging works so well.
I mean, you saw Mini Booper with the nano swarms on the bomb, or the spike, excuse me, and in the end, they find a nice pick onto Ryan. Found themselves the loser of that initial fight, and then, of course, the double swing onto the final player. No flash, just straight up raw gunfight. Honestly, fair enough, but raw gunfight indeed. Look at this. How many players are here in this engagement? Well, one less now.
Able to find one after missing that fault line just in the nick of time. Able to find another, though, but Mini Booper's there to trade it back. CC with a couple of their own, and they just go ahead and go on a rampage and finish it after 3 fast kills. That's going to be the round going to Central Bucks South.
Something tells me Forest Hills are going B this round.
You think so?
Well, they just lost A.
Ah, that is true.
And if I know anything about the ranked brain... Oh, guys, okay, wait, we can't go A anymore. Wait. Do they know that they know that they know that they think they know that they... You know, you get the logic, right? It's
There. So we're going to have a
reverse psychology.
2-0-3 little default coming in from Forest Hills. Let's go ahead and begin this round. Robotics Master with a nice early pick. Ryan, though, having that perfect pixel crosshair placement, able to grab one before dashing out right in the nick of time. Boombot's gonna go ahead and find the one, so they know that there's someone on that site. Spike, however, is all the way on A site, and I don't think Central Bucks South have caught wind of that. They're rotating out right now. Plant's gonna go ahead and go down from Mini Booper. And Central Bucks South have to move.
It's immaculate. Oh, mid-fight.
Mid-fight
That's
comes
a clone.
in.
Never mind. That's a clone. I lied.
Missiles away. Live Munition as well. Swiss Gupta with a nice aggressive angle right here. Gonna fall back a little bit though. They hear multiple footsteps. Not able to find CC though. Overhill's gonna go ahead and get in there. There's an op shot from Strike Force. They did miss the mark, however. Had the right idea, but the wrong execution, unfortunately, as the nanoswarms are gonna get ignited as well. Robotics Master picking up one. Now it's a 2v2 situation. Robotics Master with a nice double kill. The perfect transfer of the spray in order to get that 4th elim, and Forest Hills getting that 10th round.
Yeah, the earlier fake that you saw, right? It was the B fake into the A hit. Actually works so much better than the A fake into the B hit. Why? For the exact reason why we were talking about it. We were saying, oh, well, they lost A. Surely they're going to go B. And so if you give them that kind of false hope and say, hey, we are going B, then they're saying, oh, we know what these guys are doing. They're just classic ranked players. We're just gonna, go rotate instead and go shoot them. Well, it was a fake, and it works out perfectly into their favor. Wagyu, though, is gonna be the lone soul on A and last no much longer.
We have Ultimate Ultimates online from Forest Hills side. We have them Paint Shells as well as the Rolling Thunder and the Orbital Strike to come in. Just a Dimensional Drift, though. I'm not sure if you can use that well in defense. See how this one goes. It's going to be a CT defensive hit from the post plant. Bacon Lover able to find Ruleset as CC and Ronglong are there to trade that back. And there's that showstopper that I just mentioned. Grabs one is Robotics Master. It's a 2v3 right now. And if I was Central Bug South, I would just cut my losses here because there's not much you can do. I was wrong. I was wrong, as Ronglong's there to go ahead and get that, run it back for the health buff. Defuse comes in, but the Nano Swarm is there to stop the defuse. And this is going to be the round, looks like. And they're going to run right into Mini Booper and Brimstone's crosshairs for that round win. And Mini Booper fell to the spike.
11-7 here. Bit more dominant for Forest Hills. I mean, again, when they can play as a team, when they can execute even just simple plans, it's beating Central Bucks South of strategy of no plan, right? They're trying to say, well, if we don't know what we're doing, how could they? And like, fair enough to a certain degree, but when you're running 4 duelists, it is tough to play that map traditionally when you start to try and lock in and secure these rounds a bit more, because then you start to realize, oh wait, we don't have those smokes. We are struggling to scale down into space. And I think that the strength is for CB South to just keep on fighting. The other problem is it shouldn't be into a stack.
Bacon Lover with a nice early pick. That was a great shot, but Brilliant and Waggy there to answer back. Brilliant getting one more. Can they grab it? Yes, they can. Strike Force with a nice double kill right there. CC, though, is there to answer back along with the Ronglong. And then another blink and you'll miss it moment. The round is going to go to Central Buck South.
Yeah, 8-11 here. I mean, Central Buck South, obviously, you can use that Dimensional Drift for a retake. You can use the Waylay ult as well. But in the same time for Forest Hills, I mean, they've got 2 post-plant ults. They've got 2, I guess you could call them pre-plant ults, entry ults, site-taking ults. But in the end, I mean, if you're looking head-to-head with these matchups, the Forest Hills should have enough ults just to cycle purely enough to get them to 13. It should get them 2 rounds if they use them correctly.
We'll see how they go ahead and do this. It's going to be an aggressive defense coming in from Central Buck South. A couple kills goes in, but Bacon Lover's there to trade it back. Gets hit by the fault line, and one more goes to Bacon Lover's repertoire onto the leaderboard. Ryan with a nice little corner tuck, able to find one with those knives. Bladestorm is going to get ignited. It's able to find another. Robotics Master is going to fall to Ryan. Right now, Bacon Lover has to do everything that they can. Can they find it? No, they can't. As the round is going to go ahead and go to Central Buck South.
I believe there's one clip of a meme and it goes, hey man, that's pretty good. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. I'll give you credit where credit's due. That's pretty good.
Some good shots there. Some good shots. 100%.
Operator out for Ronglong, though. Weaker buy for Forest Hills. Again, still ults in the mix, but, well, I lied. Not in the mix. In the hands of the breach. Not the mix. There's no mix here. But,
Brown's going to go ahead and begin here. We have a little bit of a default coming in from Forest Hills, so let's see if they can get any picks to go their way for this plant. And there's that Waylay ultimate is going to get ignited. They don't know the Robotics Master's in that little corner, though. If they push up Delta here. It's gonna be a tough one. Ryan able to find Mini Booper, trying to go for the second, not able to find the mark though, as Strike Force is hunting him down. Swiss Gupta there, able to answer it back, and you have to get this plant down fast before they peek out of heaven. They're able to do so just in the nick of time. And right then and right there, CC is able to find one mid, along with two others is going to swing out their way. A flash goes in as Waggy's going to take out Bacon Lover. Now it's a 4v2 situation. And this post plant is a very tough post plant. You hear the dimensional drift go in, you shoot at it, you get the headshot, but it's not going to be the one you need. It's going to be the clone, and another round goes to Central Bucks South. Right now, they're looking to close the gap and tie the game.
I mean, that's what, 3 ults used, though? In that scenario? I mean, we talked about Forest Hills being able to just cycle their ults and win the rounds because of it, but now there is absolutely no pressure on the other side that would combat that. You can't go 1 for 1 and maybe win the round. I mean, you should be able to take this site, whether it's the breach ult A, B, you could go post plant. I mean, there are so many options. I just want to see them commit into something. If Central Bucks South really do have that aim and are the goats and take you down 1-tap Guardian through 3 walls and a smoke, you know what? Fair enough. But I want to see you try and execute those plans because you are set up for success with how this is looking.
They'll go ahead and begin this next round. We'll see how they go ahead and go. It's going to be a heaven hit coming in from Mung Long. Not able to find the mark quite yet. It's going to be a full attack coming in over towards the A side right now. And already there's going to be some rotates coming in towards the side. Wrong line, able to find one. Bacon Lover's there to trade that back instantly. Gives them a little bit of headway, a little bit of alleviate that pressure. As Swiss Gupta on the point position, trying to go and see if they can take a fight here. Drone's gonna go ahead and go in. They instantly know exactly where they are by the box, but they're not going to realize that they're pushing out. The flash goes in just in time, though, to save Swiss Gupta. And Mini Booper trying to go ahead and take another angle. It's gonna fall. CC getting one more themselves, and that's a silent drop coming in. They're gonna try to rotate over towards the B side here. Little do they know there is a jet. That is Ryan there to answer it back themselves. They have to check that corner.
Not again.
Check that corner. No. Oh, but Swiss Gupta is able to trade it back. 1v2 situation. Not impossible, but very difficult here. If they want to go ahead and get this win. We'll see how they go ahead and get this. They find one, but no. Not able to secure that headshot. As it's a tie game now. Central Bucks South have climbed all the way to 11 rounds.
It's the second time, by the way, that corner has not gone checked, and it has resulted in the same play happening. Although a different character, it was a breach for a brim, but yeah, you struggle there. I mean, obviously, I think for Forest Hills, they also just need to realize that CB South are starting to stack sites, and that if you see some sort of resistance a little bit early, just leave. I mean, as well, you could even go 4-1, have an insert mid, have an insert towards the other site, and listen for that aggression, or as you poke? I was gonna say poke and prod at the same time. You find yourselves a way to success that is very clearly designed by the other side.
Oh no! Good Lord, Wrong, what are you doing? Grabbing a couple before getting out themselves. The Armageddon was there, and Robotics Master able to answer back themselves. Wrong getting one more. Are not done. They're still coming in. They have a lot of flash util in this, but they're gonna go ahead and hop into a double swing, and Strike Force is there to answer back initially. Double Satchel comes in a little bit higher, but still able to get there towards the site. Spike's gonna go ahead and go down, and unfortunately, that's gonna be the round going to Central Bucks South as they just overwhelm the team of Forest Hills.
Yeah, I left a little giggle there because we all know as soon as you get 3, you're overheating, you're swinging for more, you want the A's. We don't know exactly what's going through their minds, but something I don't know going through the minds of is Forest Hills, because again, we're still sitting on those 3 ults, my guys. And so I would like to see some of them be used. Honestly, if you want to ult dump, go for it. Again, kind of taking the note similarly to before of figure out where that sack is. You've got a drone, you can find out what that intel, and then go the opposite site.
Round's gonna go ahead and bin. Looks like it's gonna be a little bit of a slower hit from Central Bucks South. They've taken this one a little bit more seriously, and they think they want to go ahead and win here. As they just wait patiently. Default for this one. They're trying to bait in anyone. They're able to find one as Wagyu Are they able to find another? Looks like Brim is just tucked away and see if they can go and stop. No! Strike Force is there to go and stop that right then and there. Ruleset, though, with a nice pick onto Mini Booper, and Ryan with that kill, with that up. And it's just like that. Strike Force is a fish out of water without the spike. Not able to get the mark. Oh, but they got the shot just in time. That was almost a disaster. Oh.
1v2, doable.
Very
Granted,
doable.
Spike in absolute Narnia.
Strike Force has to make a monstrous play here. Yara on Central Buck South Side is already low on HP, so just one tap, even towards the toes, and it's over. 30 seconds left on the clock.
Has the ult, but too tough here, really.
Nice kill. Oh, and just
Yeah.
like that, Ryan with the op. Perfect crosshair placement. That's going to be the game going to Central Buck South.
It will indeed win map number 1, taking it down 13-11. Pretty close. I mean, the only notes we really had for Forest Hills in the end were the things that kind of led to their demise. They were going blow for blow. They had the right ideas. The trades were there. Double swings were nice, but it was just getting a little stuck when the options seemed to be hit A or hit B, and they got stalled in one of them and they didn't really try the other one, or at least didn't feel comfortable pivoting off of it as convincingly. And so the CB South conditioned side to kind of just hang around 3 or 4 over towards that A site, allowed for the B site to just have an operator and stick around with it.
Definitely. That was obviously, as we see, that was a very strong performance from Central Buck South here, simply because they are the D1 team going against these D2 individuals themselves. So, of course, Forest Hills does win automatically, but it was still a sight to behold. Forest Hills, though, played a great game, in my opinion. I think that they showed up and showed out. They showed why they are still a force to be reckoned with entirely. It was as if you would expect that these two teams were not in different divisions, but in the same. Just about how they play with each other.
Yeah, I mean, I think as well with kind of the less stakes, right, that they're in, with one team already technically claiming the trophy, you know, it is kind of just a mentality thing where you are trying to have fun as well as put your best foot forward and show a good result. I mean, a lot of these players, even though this game, you could argue, I don't want to say means nothing, that's harsh, because it means a lot to these players outside of just the championship. That's what I'm trying to say. People have worked super hard across all year, and this is their culmination. They get to go travel out with their team, you know, take a little vacation, maybe away from the parents, you never know, and you get to, you know, hang with your friends doing something that you love in an environment that you're supported in. I mean, it really does mean a lot, whether you're D1, D2, all these players out here, I hope, are having a great time.
Most definitely. And I do believe that that's just something that's beautiful about video games and esports as a whole, is that it brings people together to a great community and a great just feat of sportsmanship and competition. You know, I think that in esports as a whole is what it's all about. And I'm really happy that we got to go and bear witness to that today here.
Yeah, well, in the end, we have a final verdict. The best of 3, as it was originally supposed to be, was reduced to a BO1 just due to time, just due to the players. I mean, the game essentially was already decided. So with all that combination of factors, we decided to call it in agreement with the players. They've left the lobby, which means that technically your series winner is going to be that CB South side. So congrats there. But honestly, I feel like you really couldn't have played a second or third map that would have done this series any more justice. I just feel like it would have been a little bit more one-sided, one way or the other. I think the 13-11 near overtime finish is about as best as a result as you can get.
100%. And I do want to thank everyone for coming out to support these students today. This was a great championship series that we had, multiple championship series that we had, and a great championship day as a whole. Ari, big thank you to you for coming in and casting today, as well as I do want to give a shout out to the production, Caddy, who's been at it, clicking all the buttons and making us look great and sound great as well. And I also, of course, want to thank you guys, the parents, the viewers that are here to support anyone and everyone in their passion of esports. My name is Act1E Man, and we'll see you next time.